This particular video, I am not going to mention who it is that had asked me the questions for two reasons. First of all, because I don't want to point a finger at them. And secondly, because there are so many, it would take forever for me to name all the people who ask me about copyright law on the internet and how it applies to them, or does it apply to them. So instead, I'm going to do the video without mentioning the person's names. However, there are approximately 30 people who have left me messages about the question. I will tell you that I do not tag as inappropriate materials that have copyrighted information on. I don't know if those people own the copyright or do not. And with that, I give you Ask ZenArcher. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, as the case may be in your part of the world. For those that don't know me, I'm ZenArcher. This video was put up specifically because it was requested to be put up. Some friends and some people who saw one of my other videos asked me to do so. If it bothers you that I smoke, wear a cowboy hat, don't have a shirt on, then please turn this off now. You take all responsibility from this point on for viewing this video. That being said, I will also tell you, if you post a video response that has nothing to do with this video, it will not be put up. If you put videos in the comments so that other people will see your videos, they will not stay there. They will be removed. Personal attacks will also be removed. If you want to stay to the subject, please do. You're welcome to give me your opinion. However, what I'm going to tell you is completely fact. And I will give you links in the description. Go to the description and look. And the links will be there for you to investigate this matter yourself. And although you may not like what it says, those are the facts. My last video has brought up a question about what is copyright infringement. Can I take music that I recorded on the radio or I've got on the CD or whatever and put on my video? Am I breaking any copyright laws? And those documents that I mentioned will tell you that. But to make it a little quicker and a little plainer, I will tell you very simply, if you did not produce the work yourself and you have not got a signed piece of paper from the person who did produce the work themselves, you don't have a right to use it. It's that simple. Now, many of you will. Many of you will ignore that fact and do it anyway and roll the dice and figure, well, you won't get caught. I mean, the internet's so big, who's going to catch you? And a lot of you won't get caught, and that's fine. It has nothing to do with me. But many of you will. And some of you already have. I have friends on YouTube already who have had videos taken down due to copyright infringements. And so, well, how will you get caught? Well, many of the larger companies, RCA Records and CNN TV and some of those, have programs called spiders that surf the web constantly for their content. And they don't just search for, you know, is it this show or that show? They search for certain keywords. They may search for the title of a song, or for all the songs that they write that they have the copyright to. And when those spiders find a song on the web or a file with the song's title in it, they will tag it as being possibly a copyright infringement. Then that will usually be forwarded to their copyright infringement department, who will go and review it and decide if it is. And if they decide that it is, they will track you down through your IP, through your ISP, and eventually to your home, and they will sue you. Now, I know of one of these cases in particular. It was just a grandmother who downloaded some songs that she had heard her kids and her friends tell her about, and she listened to them, and she used a service similar to Napster. It was not Napster, but similar to Napster. And she downloaded the songs, and she didn't like them, but she didn't take them off her computer. She just left them there. And she just listened to the ones that she liked. And someone found her and her computer. When they did, they sued her, and she ended up in court. When she got to court, she said, well, I didn't even listen to the things. I just downloaded them. I listened to them one time to see if I liked them. I didn't like them, and so I just didn't listen to them anymore. And the court found that she was guilty because she left them on the computer, and since it was a port-to-port system similar to Napster, that she was actually providing those songs for other people to use. Well, it didn't go too well for her, and what ended up happening was she ended up paying $700, I believe it was. It might have been a little bit higher, but it was $700 per song for 22,000 songs that she had downloaded just to see if she would like them. As a result, she spent a little bit of time in jail, and she's pretty much lost everything. That's not my law, and I'm not making any decisions about what she did one way or the other. It's not my business. It's the business between her and the copyright owners. And I'll tell you, when I'm out here and I'm surfing through videos, and many of them very good videos, and many of them song, music videos that people have put together, I watch them and I like them, and I don't tag them. And I'll tell you, one of the reasons I don't tag them is that, first of all, it's not my job to find copyright infringement. It's simply not. Unless it's my own copyright. It is the right of those people who own the copyright. And they have tools to do that, and usually use them. And I also don't know if maybe you have contacted the people whose songs or video you're using and actually gotten copyright permission to do so. Or maybe you were involved in producing them yourself, and as such you have a right to use the copyright because you produced it with them. I have no way of knowing that, so I'm not going to say, well, I bet he didn't, and tag it, because that would be wrong. I don't know. On the other hand, if I were that kind of a person that was really outraged by copyright, I could simply look up the label that owns that copyright and send them a link of your video and let them decide if that's the kind of guy I was. But I figure I'll take care of my own house and let them take care of theirs. So every time that you use a song or video that you've recorded off a television, or that you bought a CD to, or that you pirated, a song from the internet, every time that you do that, every time you use a song that you downloaded off the internet without paying for it, you are breaking copyright law. You are stealing. It is morally wrong, and it is legally wrong. But I will not decide if it stays there or not. That's not my job. Now, my fear is, and many of you have pointed this out, and I'm pointing it out now, well, without the copyrighted material here on YouTube, YouTube wouldn't amount to much more than guys like me sitting here talking about things that some of us don't think they have any business talking about. And that's probably true. However, that's the same feeling that went on with Napster. And Napster ended up being, with the powers that be, the music industry, coming down on them, paying some huge fines, being taken down for almost a year, and many of the people who visited their site ended up paying fines and in jail for using it in an inappropriate way. And eventually they came to an agreement. They are back online, but now you pay subscription fees, and they pay a certain amount of royalties to the people whose songs are available through their system. So that's how that goes. But the long and short of it, and I'm at 13 minutes now, the long and short of it is this. If you didn't produce it yourself, or have not talked to the person through email, through written text, telephone, and gotten permission from them to use it, you do not legally, nor morally, have a right to do so. As far as I'm concerned, if you want to roll the dice and see if you get caught, that's your business, not mine. So that's all I have to say on that subject. For those of you that want more information about copyright law, I encourage you to take a look at the links, read through them, investigate them yourself. 2 of the links are from about.com, and the other link is right here at YouTube. Until next time, I wish you well and be well. This is ZenArcher.